Hey, it's Tim from Income TV and welcome back to another awesome video. Today we're going to talk about why A students work for C students. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button below and hit the notification bell so you are notified immediately of all our awesome videos as they go live. And if you love this video, please be sure to hit the like button and leave me a comment. Alright, so let's talk about why A students work for C students. Now, I got this idea from one of my mentors, Robert Kiyosaki. While growing up as a kid, my dad always used to tell me to study hard, get good grades, and get a good job for myself. But after I read the book entitled Why A Students Work for C Students, I had a whole change of mentality about studying hard, getting good grades, and having a good job. If you've noticed, you would have seen that A students in any school or any university usually come mostly from families whose parents are specialists such as engineers, lawyers, doctors, or employees of corporate organizations. The children of these parents, in most cases, want to follow their parents' footsteps and eventually become specialists too. But this can end up being a bad move. You see, if your income is around $200,000 as an engineer or doctor, almost 50% of the income is for taxes. From the remaining 50%, you'll pay for stuff like credit cards, your car payment, your mortgage, leaving very little left over. Let me tell you, if you think you're rich with that $200,000, you're out of your mind. By the way, this has always been the problem with self-employed or employees because they pay the highest in taxes. For example, self-employed pay nearly 60% of their salaries as taxes. Now, for C and below students, they are the people that pay the lowest in taxes, and sometimes they pay nothing. But why is that? It's simply because they are business owners or investors. One thing these people have in common is financial intelligence. And before we proceed, throw out what you've been told or taught in accounting classes. You need to start looking at money through the lens of a rich person. The first thing you need to know is the difference between an asset and a liability. An asset is something that generates money for you. On the other hand, liability is something that takes money out of your pocket. You see, A students see houses as assets because that's what they're taught in school. You were actually probably taught this idea. I know I was. In fact, a house is not an asset, but a liability because it takes money from you. For instance, you're always going to be paying insurance on the house every year. However, if this house is rented out and you receive rent payment on the house, then the house becomes an asset. Rich people are known for something. They continue to increase their assets like real estate, businesses, commodities, stocks, etc. Whether the rich work or not, their assets will keep generating money for them. Yes, the rich do not work for money. They see time as money, and for them, time is limited. The middle class have high-paying jobs like engineers, lawyers, and doctors. Unfortunately, this is the only source of income they have, and they also have many liabilities thinking they're assets. These, however, make them appear rich from the outside. But the problem is, as soon as these people stop working, their finances become hard to deal with. Now, there's nothing wrong about starting with a job and gradually working towards starting your own business. You know, when you graduate, you're going to have a desire to have a new home, buy a new car. But the problem is that, however, the more you do these things, the more your liabilities add up, and it makes it harder to ever get ahead and get rich. It's risky to spend your money this way. This is where the C students are different. Another thing that's really important, that was kind of a big mind shift for me, is that A students are never used to failure. In fact, if they're given a B+, they see it like it's the end of the world. And this is the reason why A students don't know how to deal with failure. For A students, if 9 out of 10 businesses fail, they're afraid to even give it a try. Moreover, because they are afraid of failure, they continue to get liabilities by securing a job at a corporate organization that is established by a C student who had failed lots of times before the business became successful. This is simply how A students become the employees of C students. So whenever your dad or mom tells you to go to school, study very hard, and get a good job, they're simply telling you to study very hard so that you can be the employee of a C student who has experienced failure a lot of times. Your parents are not saying you should do those 3 things because they dislike you. They're telling you because that is the mentality of the middle class and poor. It's impossible for you to get rich quickly. You must be ready to face failure many times. Try another method whenever you fail until you have a breakthrough. You need to grasp this concept before you can succeed. If you found this video helpful, please be sure to leave a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Also, be sure to click the circular image in the upper right-hand corner of the screen and tick the bell icon to get notified whenever we release more new videos to help you increase your income. Go ahead and check out some additional money-making videos right now on the left side of the screen. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.